We're about to walk down the main street, pedestrian street, in Perugia.
Well, what's going to happen here tomorrow morning?
There's going to be a bike race right down this main street.
So normally there's tables and chairs out here all over.
Yes, from
But they got
everybody.
rid of all the tables and chairs because a bike race is happening.
Everybody.
And we leave tomorrow, and we were like, can we leave when there's a
How
bike
do we
race?
get out? So why?
We have to cross this bike race part.
Beth,
Can
why-
you see us running with our luggage?
Yeah, trying to get our rolling bags through the bikes. That would be hilarious. That would be a video to show. So Beth, this is Perugia. Why Perugia?
Because Steve found out there was good chocolate here.
Yeah, that's
So
what it's known for. It's known for chocolate.
When you go to Italy, don't you just try to pick out the place
Based
that
on
has
the food.
chocolate?
Yeah, it also has very good wine and very good olive oil. It's also a smaller city. There's only about 100,000 people. Perugia's also got the largest university in Italy and one of the most prestigious. So people...
And a huge American study abroad program.
Yeah, they have a university for foreigners, which is just for people to come and learn Italian. And a lot of people go to that university first so that then they can go to the University of Perugia and study in Italian. So Perugia is known for its chocolate and its wine and its olive oil.
And it's fashion. Look in the window. We looked at
That outfit that's in front of us, the one that's all white, is like $1,500. So we're not buying it. It wasn't a good look for you, Beth. Not at $1,500. So
see-through.
Yeah,
Crochet.
I think you'd have to do something. I don't know what. I'm going to stop talking about that now. So here's one of the side streets.
They have little skinny streets too. This is exceptionally wide
Yeah.
compared to the villages that we've been going to.
Okay, these are the side streets in Perugia. What it looks like. We'll go down an even more narrow one in just a minute here.
There's one of the narrow roads.
Here's one of the narrow side roads. This one actually has indentations in the brick because the horses they used to bring up here had trouble walking up this when it was slick, if it was wet. Okay, this is the alleyway to our restaurant for dinner. So in Italy, there's a superstition that you always should exit the same door that you enter. And they get upset about it, and the only time they'll ever go out a different door is after they're dead. So this is known as a door of the dead. And if you notice, it's kind of far off the ground because they have to bring a gurney in. And it's probably used for deliveries and other things too, the side door on the house. But I thought it was really interesting that the only time people would actually use the door to get out of the house is if they were dead. So a little history real quick. The first civilization in Italy was actually the Etruscans, and that was like 300 BC, the same time as the Greeks had their great civilization, which is important because the Greeks then settled in southern Italy, and ultimately they conquered the Etruscans. So, and then the Romans, of course, after the founding of Rome, they emulated the Greeks. So there's not a lot of Etruscan culture left. But that's where we're at, and that's one of the things that this is known for. We got to see a part of the city wall from 300 BC. They call it an Etruscan wall. So here is City Hall and also the National Museum of Art. And everything here is just amazing. On the right, or left, excuse me, your left, is a griffin, which is the symbol of the city. And on the there's griffins on either side of this one. So, and then the three patron saints of Umbria. And I'm not sure exactly who they are.
If you go inside, you can see the originals.
Yeah, the original statues.
Oh, can we talk about the ceiling too?
Yeah, the ceiling
Who puts bricks up on the ceiling?
It's all brick.
Gorgeous.
And I have no idea how the bricks stay up there in the middle. So, okay, here is the original statues. And one is a griffin and the other is a lion. So, and they are from the 1300s.
Yeah, if you look, the lion, some of his mane is gone, and he could use some dental work.
Yeah. And the
And the
griffin, the
griffin's
tip
wing.
of his wing is gone. Yeah, he's seen better days. But
But these guys were
you
outside.
have to understand, I don't know that we don't have anything in America dating back to like 1100. So I'll give them a break. The Cathedral of St. Lawrence, it's San Lorenzo, excuse me. They started to make it really opulent with these red marble tiles, and they ran out of gas. So they've only got like 3 panels of red tiles. So we learned some other things too. This city was actually conquered by one of the popes because originally the barons here welcomed the Pope in, and they got to have 0 taxes on their salt. But then the Pope needed to raise money for one of the wars they were in against the Turks. So he imposed a salt tax, and they had what they called the Salt War. And unfortunately, the Perugians lost.
Our favorite chocolate store.
Yeah, Venucci chocolate. We'll show you our favorite chocolate of all of them was, it looks like what we would call almond bark or chocolate bark, but it's got nuts and very fine chocolate, and it's just amazing. And this is the 3rd time I've walked in that door, if that tells you anything. So here's the fountain, the Etruscan fountain. All the major cities in Umbria have these fountains, and it's pretty amazing, really. Very opulent. It's got all this detailed statuary all the way around it. So you can see historical religious figures, and then panels down below of different agriculture activities, and then hidden within those are signs of the zodiac, and you have to look for them. And we found ours today. So there you go. So we found this amazing Airbnb in Perugia. It's wonderful, but it is hard to get into, hard to find where it's at. So I'm going to show you a video of what it's like getting into our Airbnb. So the first thing I have to do is get into these great big wooden doors. So I have to put in the right code. To get into the door. And then it's a dark hallway because they've turned off the lights for the day. But I've got my flashlight on. So now I'm going to go up this set of stairs. And now here there's an arrow, and you think, well, maybe it's that door they're talking about, but no, it's the stairs. So now I'm going back down. Now you notice I went up the stairs, now I'm going down the stairs. And then I finally get to my door. This is suite number 2. Now you would ask me, Steve, why did you get someplace that you had to go up and you had to go down? What's the deal here? Well, here's the thing. It's actually a wonderful suite. I am videoing our abode. I showed people how to get here. So there's a little mirror, and here is our living room. And it's wonderful, it's beautiful. And this place was a great price. But again, I think it's because it's so hard to find.
Cheers.
And here's Beth drinking red wine. Go figure. What we do here. So, but it's got this huge TV wall. I decided.
We should have taken pictures when we had all the windows open and all our clothes
laid
out.
We did our laundry, but all we had was our laundry line and a little rack. But you can see we've still got one piece of clothing, one article of clothing is still drying.
Show them that you had trouble finding the refrigerator. He's like, darn it.
I did. Where do you think the refrigerator is? Okay.
because not all those cabinets open. Some of them are actually like fake and they don't open. So my wife urged me to try this last one. And sure enough, there it is. Look at that.
And the freezer's
Voila, and the
underneath.
freezer's underneath. So yeah, but they're very much into this.
How did you find this place?
How did I find this place? I just read a whole bunch of reviews on Airbnb. So
Do you plan to be a trip planner in your...
I don't know, but here's another fun thing. So the garbage, they're very much into recycling, and they've got 3 different types of garbage in this little pull-out. They're very small, but then they've got this schedule that tells you that there is a different day for each type of garbage. And, you know, all I know is I'm in an Airbnb, so I'm going to let them do the garbage. I'm not going to try and figure this out.
No.
So here's the other thing about the apartment we rented, and every place we've stayed so far in Italy,
Right.
they've got 2 toilets. And I was mystified by this. And to be honest, Beth, you don't know this, but stumbling in here in the middle of the night, it's like 3 times now. I've almost peed in the one with the faucet, and I stopped myself. That's the good news. What is this, Beth?
It's bidet.
A bidet. Okay, and what is it used for?
Cleaning things up.
Cleaning things up. Why don't you turn it on so people can see what it does?
So you turn the water on to get the right temperature.
And then you squat on the thing to spray your
Parts that need cleaned up.
your crotch parts that need cleaned up.
Or not necessarily crotch parts. It might be bum parts too.
Okay, your backside parts.
You can do it either way.
So-
I think.
Yeah, it's a mystery to me. I have to tell you. So when Beth saw this, she got really excited. She said, "I've always wanted to try that." And I said, "Well, I'll shoot a video." And she said, "Not while I'm trying it." But the other thing is, I said, "Well, guess what? You've always wanted to do it, and today is bidet." Cha-ching!
Isn't he funny?
Okay, so here we are at the spice store that we came to during our food tour. And we are looking for olive oil.
Oh, it's up there.
Yes. And I think this is the one I was talking about, Beth. So they've got one that's like samples.
Oh, it's 4.
Yeah. And so our theory is that I can put all of these in my 1 quart carry-on bag.
I don't think you can, honey.
I think I can.
You can't.
Well,
You already have 2 bottles.
we could just get
You can get, I would get 1 bottle.
I think we can get 2 for sure.
Are you going to be sad if you have to leave it behind?
Oh, I'm not going to be sad. So here we are back in Des Moines, and sure enough, my carry-on 1 quart bag for 3-ounce liquids made it home safe and sound. And now we get to enjoy our balsamic vinegar and our olive oil. Please watch our next video from Rome.